Basketball falls in the rankings again, but gets a major victory this week. Who helped lead the Tigers to victory, and the latest in Tiger injuries.
And to update with all your Tiger sports, this and more on Sports Night in Auburn.
Good evening and welcome to this Thursday edition of Sports Night in Auburn. I'm Hayden Desmond.
And I'm Aaliyah Smith. Thanks for tuning in tonight.
Number 12, Auburn basketball in a key matchup last night, rematching with rival Alabama. The Tigers were the underdog in this one, missing key players and needing younger players to step up, especially freshman forward Chuma Okeke. But it would be Jared Harper starting things off for the Tigers. Harper comes down the middle and hits a pull-up three-pointer, sparking an 8-0 run for Auburn. Harper continues to impress on the fast break, pulling out some Michael Jordan jump moves to sink the easy two to give Auburn a 19-10 lead. Alabama wouldn't go away just yet, with star player Colin Sexton leading a Tide charge to tie the game at 30. But here comes Okeke for the Tigers, nailing a corner three late in the first, and that was only the beginning for the freshman. Okeke would nail another corner three early in the second half to give Auburn a 5-point lead. The freshman uses some major skill, faking the shot, driving to the hoop, and one for Okeke. To add to the standout night, Okeke gets the and one slam. Okeke ends the night with his second double-double of the season with 16 points and 10 rebounds. The Tigers go on to demolish the Tide 90-71.
I've been telling you that the only thing holding Chuma Okeke back is me. He can play. He really stepped up. You know, Chuma could do it from the perimeter. He could do it off the pinch post. He did it off the bounce. He was really good in the back, breaking pressure. He's terrific. He's a terrific. He said, "What does Coach want me to do?" He's just, "What do you want me to do?" And he's ready to step up now.
If you didn't know by now, Auburn's Anthony McLemore suffered a gruesome injury during the Tigers' loss to South Carolina. The forward tweeted his injury update following the game, saying, "Thank you, Auburn family, for all the love and support. Doctors said I dislocated my ankle, fractured my tibia, and will need some surgery for some torn ligaments. Not to worry, I'll be back in 4 to 6 months. Where you go, everybody?"
McLemore had surgery on Sunday, and Bruce Pearl said that it went extremely well. It went so well, in fact, his timetable to return will be closer to 4 months.
Auburn was also down a player last night with Mustafa Heron ruled out with a stomach virus. Bruce Pearl said Heron has been battling the virus for a few days, and there is no estimate of when he will return.
Mustafa did everything he could today. He actually came to film this afternoon thinking maybe, but he's been sick for 3 days. So I'm hoping he's better tomorrow. You know, there's no guarantee. A terrible, terrible stomach virus.
So Hayden, Auburn basketball has had a roller coaster of a season with everything going on. Last night they had 7 scholarship players playing, 4 of them in double digits. But can we talk about freshman Chuma Okeke with a season high 16 points, 10 rebounds?
Chuma, his play has been exceptional. I think that he is going to be a key piece to the team moving forward, and it's really good to see him progress throughout the season. So with basketball's win last night, we update you on where they stand in the SEC.
In swimming, race for SEC gold, but where on the medal stand do they come in? Don't worry, we have you updated next.
This is a place where it only takes a second to imagine your future. Grasp a new concept in class. Inspire a child's curiosity. Discover a real-world solution. Seize an unexpected opportunity.
There goes Davis!
This is where you gain the preparation, confidence, and determination to succeed. This is Auburn.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
The Tigers continue to hold the top spot in the SEC after last night's win against Alabama.
Tennessee comes in right behind Auburn at second in the conference, with Mississippi State, Kentucky, and Arkansas rounding out the top 5.
This week's AP poll was announced Monday. After going 1-1 on the week, Auburn dropped another 2 spots in the poll, going from number 10 to number 12. Auburn is still the highest-ranking SEC team in the country.
This week, Virginia holds the number 1 spot with Michigan State, Villanova, Xavier, Duke, Texas Tech, Gonzaga, Kansas, Purdue, and North Carolina rounding out the top 10. As for the SEC, Tennessee is the only other ranked SEC team, and they came in at number 19.
Following their drop in the AP poll, paired with the loss to South Carolina, Auburn fell from a projected 1 seed to a projected 2 seed in the latest bracketology.
Auburn is currently the 2 seed in the South and would face Wright State in the first round. If the tournament would begin today, Auburn would play in Nashville and could play the winner of Nevada and Virginia Tech.
Despite the drop in the bracket, Auburn basketball great Charles Barkley feels this is one of the best teams Auburn has ever had.
I'm just going to say this. I'm not caught up in the moment ever. This has probably been the greatest season in Auburn basketball history for what they've accomplished. Losing the best players, what Bruce has accomplished, this has been the greatest season in Auburn history.
With all eyes on basketball, you may have forgotten about your other Tiger teams.
And swimming dove into the SEC championships, but who came out with the gold? Don't worry, we have your update next.
Even the best of us forget sometimes. But buckling up is one thing you always want to remember.
Seatbelts save lives. Drive safe, Alabama. A message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
Baseball held their opening day last Friday, but are in full swing playing 5 games already. The Tigers hosted Troy in their latest game last night. Auburn would enter the 8th inning tied with the Trojans at 5. On a sacrifice bunt by Connor Davis, Luke Jarvis would touch home to give Auburn the one-run lead. The lead would hold the Tigers defeat Troy 6-5 to stay perfect.
Softball is red hot, starting their season 13-0, and this week they're making a cross-country road trip to California to play 6 games. Auburn played their first of 6 last night, squaring off against CSUN. Softball would continue to show their strength, handily beating CSUN 8-0, moving their record to 14-0.
Number 16 Gymnastics was back at home for a non-conference meet. The Tigers welcomed Rutgers to the Plains Friday. Auburn would take down Rutgers 196.575 to 194.225. The win extends Auburn's win streak to 2.
Number 2 Equestrian returned home this weekend, welcoming number 3 Texas A&M. Auburn would continue their winning ways, defeating the Aggies to 11-7. With the Tigers' victory, Equestrian is now on a 3-meet win streak.
We have a gold medal update headed your way, but was it Auburn or the United States that walked away with more gold this week?
Also, who do you think this week's Auburn Player of the Week is? We'll reveal after this.
Fans, direct your attention to the flagpole for a special presentation.
You never really leave Auburn, because Auburn never leaves you. So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
I hope that you've been able to learn a strong work ethic surrounded by character, integrity, perseverance, so that when your 1 second comes, you'll be prepared for it.
Chris Davis. 45, there goes Davis!
Your 1 second, our 1 second is now. And our lives have been guided by the principles of one of the greatest academic institutions in the country. Auburn University.
Swimming and diving dove into the SEC championships this past week, and they certainly made a splash. Auburn would win 3 gold medals, 8 silver medals, and 6 bronze medals throughout the competition. Hugo Gonzalez would headline the men's team, winning the 400 IM with his time setting an SEC championship meet record. The men's team would finish in 6th place overall. Ali Teslov would be the star for the women, winning the 400 freestyle relay, and she would also win 2 silver medals. The women's team would finish in 5th place.
Number 13 women's tennis returned home to face Michigan State on Saturday. Auburn would sweep the Spartans 4-0. Doubles wins came from freshman Jada Daniel and Maddie Meredith, followed by the duo of Caroline Turner and Georgie Axton. In singles, Auburn would clinch the match with wins from Georgie Axton, Alizé Machad, and Maddie Meredith.
We were prepared for both teams to have their first outdoor match of the season. Michigan State fought really hard. Last year we had a 4-3 match at their place, so we knew that we had to make sure that if we broke them once in the first set, we were going to have to break them again because they'd come back, and they did. They compete really, really hard, and this was the match that we really needed because we need to be challenged outdoors before the Blue Gray Championships and SECs, and so this was a really good match for us to have. To kind of dig in, and it's not going to be pretty tennis, but it's going to get the job done and just compete. What we need to do is just compete with every single person that we play.
Auburn would play Sanford after that match, beating them 4-0 to improve 9-3 on the season.
Number 10 men's golf hit the green in Houston this past weekend to play in the All-American Intercollegiate Championship. The Tigers would take the crown, winning the tournament, shooting 42 under, with senior Ben Schlottman placing highest individually for Auburn, finishing in 3rd at 12 under.
And this week's Player of the Week is Hugo Gonzalez. The freshman swimmer broke the SEC meet record in the 400 IM, taking first place in the event. Gonzalez would finish with 4 total podium finishes throughout the week. The Winter Olympics have came and are almost gone.
If you've missed most of the events, we have you covered with a medal race update. We'll be right back with your Pyeongchang Olympic coverage.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate, and it's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90 miles per hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right?
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Louisville has officially been slapped with sanctions by the NCAA regarding a sex scandal spanning from 2010 to 2014. The NCAA ruled the basketball program will have to vacate its 2013 national title and their 2012 Final Four appearance.
Louisville was also stripped of 123 wins dating back from 2012 to 2015. The Cardinals must also pay the NCAA about $600,000 in fines. The sanctions are unrelated to the ongoing FBI corruption probe of college basketball programs that involve Louisville and several other schools, including Auburn.
In 2013, the year that Louisville won the national title, Michigan was the runner-up in the tournament.
With the title officially vacated, do you believe Michigan should now be given the title? Let us know on Twitter by voting in our poll. The Winter Olympics in Korea are coming to a close, and a lot has happened in this past week.
The medal race is getting tighter and tighter as February 25th nears. Norway is currently leading the medal race with 35 and are followed by Germany with 25 and Canada with 24 and the U.S. with 21.
Norway and Germany are currently leading the gold medal race with 13 each. The U.S. has 8 gold medals thus far. So Hayden, what has been your most memorable moment so far?
My favorite moment from this year's Winter Olympics is definitely Shaun White coming out in snowboard halfpipe and winning his 3rd gold medal in the event. Just the pure emotion that he came out with, because he had a big crash in training. So to see him get back to the top was definitely good to see.
Definitely. Coming up, we'll have a look at the upcoming schedule for all your Tiger athletics. Stay tuned. You're watching Sports Night in Auburn.
Open road, here comes the Heffley family.
Whether it's a short trip or a long haul.
Estimated time, 47 hours.
They will beg.
You're hungry? I'm happy to provide.
They will plead.
Deep fried butter on a stick.
But whatever you do, don't wimp out.
Now you're talking?
Make them buckle up.
He can't hurt.
Remember, safety first. Cheese curls second.
Are you orange?
Here is my handle and here is my spout.
When I get all steamed up, then I shout.
Tip me over and pour me out. Oh.
It only takes a moment to make a moment.
Cheers.
Take time to be a dad today.
Winter sports are coming to a close while spring sports are beginning to heat up. With so much going on, we have everything you need to know to keep up with your Auburn Tigers.
The weekend's main event, men's basketball. Number 12 Auburn will hit the road this weekend, traveling to Gainesville for a key matchup with the Florida Gators. Tip-off is slated for 7:30 p.m. and will be broadcast on the SEC Network.
Women's basketball will play their last 2 games of the regular season this week. The Tigers will take on the SEC regular season champion Mississippi State this evening. Auburn will tip off with the Bulldogs at 7 p.m. You can catch the game on the SEC Network Plus.
The Lady Tigers will then return home to close out the season, welcoming Ole Miss, with tip-off slated for 1 p.m. and will be on SEC Network.
Baseball is officially back in full swing. The Tigers will welcome Bryant for a 3-game series Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. First pitch will be 5 p.m. Friday. Saturday's start time is expected to be at 1 p.m. with Sunday beginning at noon. Auburn's matchup with Bryant will be on the SEC Network Plus Friday and Saturday, but if you want to catch the game Sunday, you will have to make that trip out to Planton Park.
Softball will continue their California road trip throughout the weekend. Number 12 Auburn will hit the diamond tomorrow, facing San Jose State at 2:30 p.m. The Tigers will then play a doubleheader Saturday, first playing Oregon State at 2:30 p.m. before facing Long Beach State at 9:30 p.m.
Gymnastics will continue their homestand, welcoming rival Alabama Friday. The meet is set to begin at 7:30 p.m. and will be broadcast on the SEC Network.
Equestrian will look to extend their win streak to 4 on Saturday when they welcome in South Carolina, with the meet set to begin at 11 a.m.
Men's and women's tennis will be on the same court this weekend, traveling to Montgomery to compete in the Blue Gray tournament. Competition will begin Friday and will end Saturday. Tournament play is expected to last all day.
It's indoor SEC championship time for track and field this weekend, with the Tigers traveling to College Station to race for gold on Friday and Saturday. Competition is expected to last the entire day, and you can catch all the action on the Watch ESPN app.
With last night's win over Alabama, both Auburn football and basketball have defeated their school rival this year.
After defeating Alabama in basketball last night, Bruce Pearl and Gus Malzahn shared a hug as they walked off the court.
During the game last night, the Auburn fans provided one of the most electric atmospheres in all of college basketball. Next week, Eagle Eye Sarah Palczewski enters the jungle and will have the story.
Well, to stay updated during this busy week in Auburn athletics, go to our website, eagleeyeauburn.com, or follow us on Twitter at EETV_sports.
From all of us here at Sports Night in Auburn, thank you for joining us this evening and good night.